On Arizona's SB 1070, the court essentially invalidated all of the law. And this is the, essentially, if you're brown, you got a problem with the state of Arizona law. It basically invalidated all portions of the law, arguing that federal authority trumps here when it comes to criminal provisions. It essentially said we are not going to invalidate one of the worst parts of the law. I should say that they struck down Section 3 of the law, which says failure to comply with federal immigrant registration laws is a state misdemeanor. That cannot happen because that interferes with the federal government's ability to control this from a law enforcement standpoint. 5C, it makes a misdemeanor for unauthorized alien to seek or engage in work in the state. Nope, not the case. Congress hasn't issued that law, and so the state cannot do it. 6 authorizes state and local officers to arrest without a warrant a person the officer has probable cause to believe has committed any public offense that makes the person removable from the United States. In other words, you cannot, state of Arizona, cannot basically arrest somebody because they suspect they may be an illegal, undocumented immigrant. The part of the law that will stand for the time being is 2B, the thing that says that you can check a person's papers if they've been arrested for some other crime before they've been released. You've been jaywalking, let me check your immigration status. The court did not necessarily uphold that. It simply said we can't rule on it at this time because we need to see the way that you impose this and the way you execute this provision. So that is that as far as Jan Brewer's law. There is differing interpretations of the implications of that last part by letting that stand. But it was a challenge on its face that the law was unconstitutional, saying you cannot enforce this constitutionally. But ultimately, what the justices wrote was it really depends on how you implement it. I read, however the law is interpreted, if 2B only requires state officers to conduct a status check during the course of an authorized lawful detention or after a detainee has been released, the provision likely would survive preemption, at least absent some showing that it has other consequences that are adverse to federal law and its objectives. There is no need in this case to address whether reasonable suspicion of illegal entry or another immigration crime would be a legitimate basis for prolonged detention or whether this too would be preempted by federal law. So that is essentially the rulings for today.